Good day everyone. Welcome to the Azure Data Factory Series. In today's video, we'll be boosting the reliability of self-hosted integration runtime by adding a second node for enhanced workload sharing and high availability. Stick around to see how this setup ensures uninterrupted performance even if one node goes down. And before we dive in, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell icon to stay updated with all our latest videos. Let's get started. So I'm launching the Azure Data Factory Studio, and after clicking on manage, I am on the integration runtime. Yep. So for this video, we are very much worried about the self-hosted integration runtime. So let's click on that. And if you see here, we have this tab called nodes here. And if you click on that nodes, what you can see is like there is one server currently running. So now let's consider due to some issue, this one node goes down. Yeah. Or let's consider like you have a huge workload that is utilizing your self-hosted integration runtime. And now if the existing server is getting overloaded, or if the number of concurrent jobs are more than 14, and if your existing server is not able to cope up with that number of jobs when this many number of concurrent jobs are running, the SHIR1 server, the underlying server is the one that provides the required resources. Yeah. So now if this server is getting overwhelmed by the number of jobs, then there is high possibility we might get into a performance issue because the available resources on the server will be not sufficient for the incoming workload. Yeah. So in the first scenario, if this SHIR1 server goes down, then what happens is like the critical ADF functionality or the workload that is being run from the ADF will have to wait for this server to come online. It basically cannot proceed further because SHIR is not online. Yeah, that's the first thing. And now second scenario, when you have a huge performance issue, if your existing server is not able to cope up with the incoming workload, then there is high possibility we might get into an issue where your pipeline is not performing well. One option is to increase the specs for the underlying server, or for both these scenarios, what we can do is like we can add one more server. Yeah. And if we can add one more server, what happens is like the incoming workload will be shared among these two servers that are present as part of the nodes for this self-hosted integration runtime. Yeah. Now, in case if one server goes down, the other server can take over. Likewise, you can have maximum 4 servers for your self-hosted integration runtime. Yeah. So now let's go to the settings here, and then what we'll do is like we will click on this. Yeah. And what we'll do is like we will download that self-hosted integration runtime on your second SHIR node. Yeah, so the first one in my case is SHIR1, and the second one is going to be SHIR2. Okay, so let's click on download here. And what I'm going to do, as always, I'm going to select the latest one that is available, which is 5.45.8999.1.msi. Yeah. So let's click on download. Let's wait for the download to complete, and then let's initiate that particular setup file, that is the MSI file. Okay, so the download is complete. Let me open the file here and then initiate the installation. Let's click on next, accept the license agreement, and then do the install. Install is going to take some time. Yeah, I will let it complete. Right now I will pause the video, and once the installation completes, I will resume the video back. Okay, so the installation is complete now. Let's click on finish. So as I told you earlier, we have uh, SHIR1, which is already running. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to open the first SHIR machine, which is SHIR1, yeah, and then I'm going to open the integration runtime there, and then go to the settings here, yeah, and we have this option here, right? Remote access from intranet. Just look at this one. What is the information here? So it basically tells like remote access from intranet is used for node to node communication during high availability configuration. And second thing is like enabling link services credential encryption from another machine in the intranet. And if you disable the remote access, you will have to run the credential manager application or PowerShell on the same machine where dispatcher or worker node. So now I'm very much worried. The main reason why I'm going to enable this is for the first point, which is node to node communication during high availability configuration. Okay, let's click on change here. Okay, I'm going to select the second option. So here, if you see a remote access from intranet is used for setting encrypting link service credential from within your intranet environment. The main reason why I'm doing this for the second point, which is for enabling node-to-node communication during high availability and scalability setup 2+ nodes. I told you like self-hosted integration runtime can have maximum 4 nodes. Yeah. So we already have 1 node, and I'm currently adding the second node. Okay. So in order to do in order to have a node-to-node communication, I'm enabling this. Okay. Click on OK. Wait for the changes to apply, and then restart the integration runtime. Restart it. Once this is done, yeah, so let's wait for the integration runtime to come online, and then what we'll do is like we will enable the we will add the second server, which is SHIR2 as well. Okay, so it's connected to the cloud service. We are good now. So let's go ahead with our first, that is the second SHIR machine. Let's head back to our SHIR here, and then let's copy the key here. Yeah, let's copy the key here that is present for the SHIR, and then let's head back to our server here, and then let's put that. Yep, and then let's click on register. Okay, so if you see here, the existing node is online, which is SHR1, and the current new node, the current one is SHIR2. Yeah, so let's click on next, and then let's leave this TCP port as 8060 and also check enable remote access without TLS SSL certificate. Yeah, and then let's click on finish. So it's connecting to the cloud service, and now it is initializing the integration runtime. Let's give it like a couple of more minutes, and then we should be ready to go. Okay, so if you see here, it is telling like the integration runtime self-hosted node has been registered successfully. And if you look at this node, it basically tells like you can associate up to 4 physical nodes with a self-hosted integration runtime. This enables high availability and scalability for the self-hosted integration runtime. And also the recommendation is that we recommend you set up at least 2 nodes for higher availability. So as discussed during the start of this video, we are basically having more than 1 node on the um, self-hosted integration runtime just to make sure like we have the high availability. For example, if one server goes down, then rest of the servers can take over so that your ADF pipeline that is basically using your SHIR will not fail because one of the server goes down. And also let's consider if your workload is like too resource intensive, then you can scale your workload. Different workloads can use different nodes on the self-hosted integration runtime instead of using the same node if you just have one node. Yeah, and this is going to improve your performance to a greater extent. Now what we'll do is like let's head back to our Azure Data Factory Studio, and then let's do a refresh here, and then let's see if we are able to see that node on the SHIR on-premise integration runtime. Let's click on nodes, and if you see here, it is pretty clear that we were able to add this SHIR2 to this self-hosted integration runtime. Yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Jai Hind.